Guys, this is Mike
and Scott.
Deep Wood Force of Will.
Okay, so a good one for you. I know you all wanted a deck profile for this, so here we go. Ruler, Welser. The 2K tournament, I went 1 win, 3 losses. Crests, they're annoying. At least my ratio didn't work that well, so we'll change that up. But the deck that we went with, and the theory was, when it worked, when we actually had it, it worked. Okay. So, Welser, Judgment, 1 of each color, 5 colors. That's his Judgment. Energizes for red. You can rest any, oh my god, I'm blanking, Jesus Christ. You could rest any magic crest to produce 1 color of that crest's color for Judgment only. And he fixes Red Will for any color Wicked Spirit or Magic Crest you have. So Red Will is obviously the main center of the deck. Alright. On his backside here, when you actually Judgment him, he becomes a 15/15 body. When he enters the board, you can play a Wicked Spirit from your hand. Sorry, you don't play it from your hand. He summons it. He puts it into the field from your hand for free. Then, if you have 3 different color Magic Crests, he gains Swiftness. Very important. If you have 5 different colors, which you won't in this deck, you get Imperishable and Precision. And then the main effect of him, when he enters the board or attacks, he gives 3 -1/-1 counters to your opponent's board, J resonators included. So, enters field, gives 3 -1/-1 counters, attacks, gives another 3 -1/-1 counters. Since they're counters, they stay on those J resonators, which is really important. The best matchup, in my opinion, would be Favor for this deck, because barrier doesn't matter. You just give them minus counters. So, that's the Ruler, Welser. Stone lineup. You're running 4 black-red of the Scorched Bales. You're running 2 Ebon home, also black-red. Also helps remove the top card of your opponent's deck. That actually came in handy once or twice today. You have 2 Hearth's Core, white-black, and 2 Heat Ray, 2 white-red. Obviously, red, there are 8 sources. You use that for all of your Wicked Spirits, which you only have 2 different Wicked Spirits, and all of your Magic Crests. Very important. On to the main deck, onto the Resonators. You play 2 Abdul for those enter effects for the Lumias, which there were a few Lumias here today. 4 Shade, kind of standard. Deal 6, gain 6, really good life gain. Then I was playing 3 Water Majins. Really good for curving with the Water Crest. So turn 1, draw a card off the Water Crest. Turn 2, play a 6/6 body and draw another card. Helps you sift through your deck looking for Beelzebub and some of the other crests that you're missing to do Judgment with. I teched in 1 Ryula into the main board instead of a Gill Lapis Usurper, specifically because if your Ruler dies, the deck loses all of its edge. At least this version does. So having the 1 in the deck to revive him and then Judgment in the same turn again, giving another -3 to the board, is actually really good when you can, and if you do need it. But I mean, this deck does put out a lot of pressure once you do Judgment. And then Beelzebub, I ran 3 of them. I either saw it far too often with no crests, no Judgment, or I saw him with I saw all the crests and didn't see him. So 3, you don't need more than 3. You definitely want to see them, and you don't want any less because you need to see them in order for like your combo to essentially go off. And then in this deck, we also named a Blazer for that reoccurrence, that flying, and the swiftness, just to get that extra 10 damage in, that put extra pressure on the board. Okay. That's all the resonators. 2, 4, 5, 6. That's 14 resonators. Now onto the magic crests that you ran. That I ran. You play 4 blue crests. You always play 4 blue crests. Since it's a black, red, white deck, you need blue for judgment. Also, it's a 1-cost draw card. Really good sifting through your deck looking for Beelzebub. Then I played 2 white and 2 black. Black, I definitely would have upped the count just because I want to see some of my resonators back again for free. The 2/2 just because you need one of these 2 other colors apart from the blue and the green in order to do judgment. Plus they're 1 cost, so they make it really easy to curve with the green crest. And then you play 4 green crest. Why would you not run green crest? It's such a good card. Pay 3, get an additional stone, which then you can curve into a dark or light, and then the next turn judgment. You can, realistically speaking, you can do that on turn 3 going second. It's highly possible, I've done it before, and it's a really strong turn 3 play. Now onto the rest of the deck. Playing the discard package, 2 Scorn, 3 Nameless Mist. I saw it today. It was definitely helpful, so because you're going for your combos, you definitely want to be able to at least control the game a little bit, apart from all of the other spells you have in the deck. So these were very helpful today. And then the standard 2 Heteroclite, 2 Final Battle. Final Battle, theoretically, with the minus counters from this, you'll pay even less to Final Battle somebody. So having 2 in the main board, theoretically, was good because you saw it more often, plus you would also pay less for it. It was definitely there. I did use it once. I'm just not a fan of paying a lot of life with Final Battle. So it's kind of good, kind of bad. Because like once you have Welser on the board and Beelzebub, you're already outputting enough damage that you really don't need Final Battle. But it can help push game. Then, in order to survive, for Amaterasu's Foresight. While going for your combo to get up to Welser Beelzebub, you need to survive. These things are amazing. Plus, if you have 2 of them, you go attempt to play one, they go and Outer World Dreams you, okay, you just play the other one for free. Unless they don't have, that is if they don't have Severing Winds. So in general, good card. Good card is good. And then Advent of the Demon King, 1 of. This is the 40th card. It's 3-drop. Either give your opponent, give all, the entire board -5/-5, or if your ruler is Welser, you pay 0 for judgment. So essentially, instead of paying 5 of one of each color, you pay 3, which is 2 black and 1 colorless. So if you have the Beals, but you don't have the Magic Crest, you can always judgment into him just to put pressure on the board, even if Welser doesn't have swiftness. So I actually used this twice in the final round to win me both games. So it was actually really helpful at 1. I definitely wouldn't have it underneath that. And that was the main board. Onto the side. You have 1 Grimm, get rid of pesky additions, or if somebody else is also playing Welser, you side into him and destroy the 1 Crest, destroying either, if they only have 1 blue or 1 green, you can destroy that, or destroying their 3rd color so Welser doesn't get swiftness is helpful. Same thing like Final Battle, Arla. You won't take as much damage using Arla because of Welser and his minus stats, so theoretically was really good. Played the Gill Lapis, never put him in the deck. I don't really like him that much because he is a high cost when you're trying to curve out to get into your judgment. That was all for resonators in the side. 2 magic suites. Give target J res +2/+2 and barrier for white, which you are running white. I used it once in order to kill a Farer when I attack with, so I attacked with Welser. He blocked with Farer, used all 4 of his counters just to be able to kill Welser. I used this, we traded. That helped. Although he just ended up finishing out the game because he had T-Op. 2 sealing the Gate of Darkness. 1 white, remove target darkness resonator from the game. Really good. And as a 1 cost, definitely loved it. Death at Midnight. Forcing your opponent to get rid of a resonator and then giving their entire board +1/+1 does not matter because Welser gives their board -3/-3 every time he attacks. So, really good card when they only have 1 resonator on board. Or if you attack and then they attempt to block, then you just Death at Midnight, they get rid of it, 15 goes to face. Also could help close out games, so it's a really good tag. If necessary, Alice's World of Madness. If necessary. Did not cite it in, didn't feel it was necessary, but there are those times where I can see it helping out with the extra minuses. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a good other addition. Lumia's Judgment. Somebody else is playing Welser.
Hey, Bales, you can walk this way!
Kaguya is good against. Anything with additions, it's good against. Like, it's just a really good card in general, even though it does get rid of your own crests. But once you're already flipped, those crests don't matter, so this is good to help you out getting rid of your opponent's stuff. Plus, if you only have Welser and Beelzebub on board, anything under 4, anything 4 or less, you don't care about because your guys are 5 cost or higher. So you just pay that and they get rid of their entire board. And then, in case you saw Mikage, get rid of the Imperishable, an extra 700 damage to a J Resonator would also help. I cited it in, never got to use it because I didn't have double red. But really good in theory, and if you hit Mikage, you hit Mikage. It's really good. So, in general, I like the deck. It's definitely a fun deck. Puts a lot of pressure on board by turn 3-4. I definitely needed to see more of the darkness or white crest, just so that way I could have judgmented sooner. And I definitely want more crests over Advent of the Demon King, just because I want the swiftness on Welser to give. So he enters the board, gives -3/-3 to the entire opponent's board. Then with the swiftness, gives another -3, so it's -6, and that kills a lot of 2 costs. So I definitely want to have to up the count of the darkness crests. I'm definitely going to update that to 4. Probably get rid of a Foresight and the Blazer to replace it. But apart from that, we'll go from testing from there and see if that works out even better. So yeah, that was my build, our build. If you like it, let us know in the comment section below. If you try and test it out and see something works a little bit better, let us know and we'll try it out as well. Alright?
Cool. Thanks, Scott.